Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We are going to begin with Xavi talking about the manager's plans for Barcelona's upcoming matches against Shakhtar Donetsk and Alaves. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this former Barca defender, Alex Grimado, as he confirms that Barca were not interested in him in the summer, as reports claim. We are also going to be discussing more about that. So, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have experienced a difficult period lately, although a loss to Real Madrid was followed by a 1-0 victory over Real Sociedad. The team has not looked completely dominant. In light of this poor run, Barcelona do have a chance to bounce back as they take on relatively weaker opponents in Shakhtar Donetsk and Alaves before the international breaks kicks in. Of course, let's talk about Xavi's plans for the upcoming games. According to a report from Sport, Xavi has been the first to realize Barcelona's weakening form in recent weeks and is planning to come up with a few changes. The idea is to give breaks to some of the key players who have accumulated too much game time in recent weeks and are looking exhausted. Joao Felix, Joao Cancelo, and Alejandro Balde are among the players who have been ever-present figures in the starting 11. These players, therefore, could be set for a bit of a breather as Barcelona take on Shakhtar and Alaves this week. As Xavi looks to rotate things around, some players are going to benefit and may feature prominently in the upcoming matches. One of them is Andreas Christensen. The Dane was rested against Sociedad, but could be preferred against Shakhtar this midweek. Oriol Romeo is another player who may get to start as Ilkay Gundogan either switches back to an interior position or returns to the bench. Robert Lewandowski racked up an hour of action against Sociedad and could see more game time against Shakhtar. Pedri too could see some minutes, although the Barca staff will be very careful with the Spaniard. It must also be mentioned that Xavi is suspended for the clash against Alaves on the weekend, which could lead to more minutes for Fermin Lopez. Of course, two more games left before the last international break of this year, 2023, against Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow. Of course, not will not be an easy game, as of course Shakhtar is not any new team in the Champions League. They have been regular, so I don't think we should just undermine them. Also considering the fact that Barca have been struggling at times, especially away from home. So far, we have had 100% in the Champions League, winning all our first three games, conceding just one goal. So still a lot to do. I think a win against Shakhtar will guarantee Barca's qualification to the next round. That is the round of 16, which will be the first time for over 3 years. Of course, after back-to-back elimination from the group stages last time out. I think this time around, Barca are already having a clear path to go to the round of 16. So, but nonetheless, we have to take that game seriously to have to guarantee our spot away at Shakhtar Donetsk. So let's see how it goes. Xavi Hernandez, of course, by now have already had his plan in his head on how to go about those games. Against Alaves also, that will be the last game before the international break. Of course, a game that, of course, Alaves, they are not in good form. So on paper, we all should expect that we go out there, we have to win this game comfortably. But of course, it's football, so we just can't keep running our mouths. But hopefully, we are going to do the job. We are going to do the job. So let's just keep fingers crossed and see how things are going to go from here on. Of course, rotations are very necessary, especially as most of our players are getting back from injury. Xavi Hernandez will do his best to ensure that everybody is satisfied and those who are ready they play. Those who are fit they play as well. And notwithstanding, also trying to be cautious with some of those players who have not been 100%, like Pedro Gonzalez, for instance. Xavi Hernandez and his coaching staff are fully aware, I believe so, that Pedri needs to be phased in gradually and he shouldn't be playing all games for now. He has suffered a lot of injuries in recent years, and of course, it is quite worrying to see him being misused. So let's just see how it goes for those two games ahead of us as we play Shakhtar tomorrow Tuesday and play against Alaves I think on Saturday. Then on to the final story of discussion. Speaking to Gigantes FC, former Barca defender Alejandro Grimado has confirmed that the Catalans had no interest in signing him this past summer. A La Masia product, Grimado left Barca in 2016 to sign for Benfica after making close to 100 appearances for the club's subsidiary outfit. Over the years, the left back has been linked with a move back to Barcelona, and the possibility was talked about once again this past summer when the 28-year-old was a free agent after his contract at Benfica expired. However, Grimado, who ended up joining Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, has confirmed that Barca never intended to sign him in the summer. He said, Barca never showed any real interest in me. Yes, there were thrillers between my agent and the coach, but there was never any offer to come back. In the end, we knew that there was a fullback in my position. Barca had no interest in me. They were focused on the two fullbacks they already had and didn't consider other options. During the interview, Grimado also spoke about how Barcelona's team is brimming with young talents and how those young stars are on fast by the big stage. He said, Barca has changed the mentality of the football world and the young players. When they go up to the first team, they no longer have the fear that some of us had. You can see they have a lot of character and personality. The 28-year-old also reflected on his time with Barca B, now going by Barca Athletic, stating that the team was so good they could have easily been competing in the top flight. He said, my first year at Barca B, I remember that we had a very good team, very good team. We could have been in the first division if we hadn't been a reserve team. Great words there from former Barca defender Grimado, who was linked with Barca for some time, but he have confirmed that there was no concrete interest. There were just rumors. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.